Hey everyone, guess what? We are here with Atoll. Cameron and Wade,
What up?
badass fucking brutal death band out of Phoenix, who they are together now 11 years and five full lengths, an EP, a number of singles. You guys are like just fucking churning out the music, which I'm fucking here for, dude.
We
Yeah,
try,
we
you
like to
know,
see big.
we do.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Um, so let's start. You guys obviously just released the live video for Gay for God.
Yeah.
How has the response been for that? Let's just get that good and out there for everyone.
People love that song. People love that song just for the title alone,
Yeah.
and I feel
Yeah.
like that kind of
I
just
love
draws
the
people
sample.
in, they'll just click the play button just based on that. And then when they hear the Charlie sample at the beginning, which is one of the funniest things I've ever heard, they just and then it's actually a good song, like, which I don't know. We like to make fun of ourselves a lot, so you'll hear that. But
Right.
it's a really good song, and it's got good flow, and so it's just we've had a really good response, lots of views, and lots of people wanting us to play shows because it was a live video, and that's where we thrive. So
Yeah. That's,
Yeah.
that's
So
like my favorite place to see a band. Sorry, go ahead, Cameron.
sorry, yeah, my bad. I mean, jump in. Yeah, it was a really cool show. Colorado Springs. That was our first time ever playing there, which was fun. We've played Denver a handful of times, and we always do really well. We love going to Denver, but yeah, it was cool to finally play a spring show. I actually lived in the Springs for a while, so that was fun. Playing back, where I saw like Fetus play back in the day and shit, and to a full room, and yeah, fuckers were moving. And I think the shots turned out really cool. That eyeball lens
Yeah.
thing looked fucking rad. So yeah, we've been getting good response on that for sure. Hopefully it translate into some good show offers and shit like that too.
For sure, dude. Every little fucking bit helps.
Mhm.
Like, come on, just give us some more shit to do. We want to do more shit. We want to play more music and get out there
Yeah,
and fucking get some people slamming their fucking heads against each other, whatever.
we live for, man. Like I said, we try to stay busy on all fronts, man. We churn out the tunes and we like to stay on the road, as much as we can. So
Right on. So what do you guys got coming up live now?
so we're working. We had a couple tours lined up for the summer that like fell through, as tours sometimes do. So we actually just found out like a week ago that our summer plans kind of you know, aren't happening. So we're kind of on a scramble right now. We got some ideas, we're working on stuff for next spring for 26 where we know we got some stuff on the books, but kind of in a scramble to kind of fill out the back half of this year. So we'll see what comes about, but what we're
We're
looking right now.
focusing on we're focusing on writing a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, we've been, we're trying to get a group of singles prepared. You know, Obviously we have a full length that needs to come out probably in the next 2 years. But so we're writing for that and getting everything prepared and lined up as, these things do take a little time and stuff. But, that's kind of why we put out those two records so quick last year. Um, just to kind of get the fix. And that way we wanted to focus on something really cool and really special for these next ones. So that's kind of what we've been trying to do and focus on, and if we get, if we play some cool shows and stuff happen, that always happens with time. You know what I mean? When you're super cool like us, people want you at their parties and stuff.
Right.
So, but we're super excited about the new stuff that we're writing. And yeah, it's gonna cause some diarrhea for sure. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's yeah, we kind of switched it sounds a little different, but it still sounds like us. Yeah, I'm really excited too. We got probably, a solid EP's worth written, probably more than that we still got to like kind of finalize up, but we'll just kind of go about coming up with our game plan for the release schedule and all that. But yeah, it's going to be good shit.
So the album's got to be called Cause for Diarrhea.
Right.
Like,
That'd be pretty good. We did have we were gonna go with what the crapture. We were gonna make kind of a shit theme shit and religion. The
people
right yeah,
being
the
like
crapture.
fucking and just shit coming down. Like, what's going
Mm-hmm.
on?
Mm-hmm. Or the shit
Right.
the shit gets raptured, but the people stay down.
Chariots of fire shits. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's there's a plethora of things that we, but yeah, the concept, we're not sure what it's going to be yet. But yeah, we're then there's going to be some cool features on it. So everybody can guess about who it's going to be. Gotta just got some cool plans. There's some other cool special surprises in order, but we're definitely have plans for spring, spring of next year, and got a few things in the pipeline for fall. But yeah, we're definitely focusing on writing for the most part right
Oh
now.
yeah, that's cool. I know like you guys are really consistent with your releases. Like obviously COVID kind of gave you guys a little longer break than the rest of the time, but man, that fucking music keeps coming out. I mean, you guys are five full lengths and one EP and a shitload of fucking singles that are just like, here we are.
Yeah, because our first album we dropped in like 2016 because we got together in 2014, but yeah, it was until 16 we put it out, and then our last one in 24. So yeah, that's a pretty short period of time, for that amount of music, and so yeah, that's something that we do pride ourselves in is being able to, just kind of be a music factory in that sense. Keep them cranking out, and that's what we like to do, and we all write too, which it makes it a lot easier because we have five dudes that fucking contribute to riffs and all the stuff. So
That's cool as shit. Like I feel like so often there's one or two, key people in bands that put out the majority, but when you've got like five people who can actually write and contribute, that fucking material will like it just like
it accumulates
auto
real quick.
populates, right?
It's
Yeah.
almost like, man, I didn't even feel like I really did that much. And it's like this album's written, it's like but yeah, I think literally all five of us play guitar, as well. So it's pretty easy. We all got Pro Tools. We can program some drums up and kind of, present our ideas. And we do a lot of that, back and forth online because I mean we don't even all live in the same state anymore. So, obviously communications and the back and forth stuff, for the writing. But
Dude, it's so like I feel like that, now, especially everyone living in different states, the accessibility is so easy, where I mean, I'm fucking pushing 50, so we were sending tapes to each other. Here, what do you think? Like, wait
right,
a
through
fucking
snail mail and
week.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a big change. Yeah, I remember finding all my new bands from like, Metal Maniacs. Like I had the subscription. It's like, oh fuck yeah, a new issue. And like, you see the ads and it's like, who's this band? Like, I guess I'll just go down to the record store and gamble my $8 and maybe they'll be cool based on their cover, and it's like I don't know, kind of spoiled now, with yeah, it's so easy.
Oh yeah. Like and I don't know if you made the mistake, but I think a lot of us did. Like, dude, this fucking Bat Out of Hell from Meatloaf looks like it's gonna be
Right?
mean.
Looks metal as
Yeah.
fuck, doesn't it?
Like like
Oh my
what the
god, that's
fuck is
amazing.
this?
Mirror.
That's,
Hey, I can't hate on Meatloaf though, man. Bob has
Still a
bitch
good
tits.
record.
Come on,
It
man.
just, it just the art doesn't match the music. You know what I
No,
mean?
it
Like,
does.
absolutely not. Like that's, and that's one thing I think kids today really miss out on is like, you go into a record store and you're looking and you take your time and you search that fucking art. You're like, I want to find the coolest fucking record to buy today, or whatever.
Yeah.
Please
I
let
bought
it
a
be
bunch of
good getting
CDs
home.
on their album cover, Eating Back to Life, fucking Chainsaw Massacre, fucking or Chainsaw Dismemberment, whatever the fuck. I was just like, yeah, flipping at Zia, like, oh damn, this looks dope. This chick's got her fucking legs chopped off. I'm buying this. Like,
I love that shit. Yeah, I like for me it was Tomb of the Mutilated that, that's the one that really stuck out to
mm,
me as like holy
classic cover,
fuck,
man.
dude. Yeah, dude. Um love fucking love the shit out of those
And,
dudes.
Vile
Hell
with
yeah.
the severed dick. Like we ran that for a while. It's kind of like Where's Waldo, but we have a couple albums that do have severed penises on the cover somewhere. And that was our old drummer. He was like, we're like, what do we want for album art? He's like, a severed dick. That's the most brutal shit you could do. Like, fucking vile. I'm like, you're not wrong, man. All right, severed dick it is.
But then none of the artists wanted to do it. Like when we'd be like, put a severed dick in there somewhere. And then they would put it so tiny in there, so it became one of like so it's a Where's Waldo
There was
of
one artist
genitalia.
that didn't want to do it. He was like, nah, and we were like, that's a deal breaker, man. Like literally, like we have to have the severed dick or deals off. He's like, all right.
I'm so glad we didn't have to write that into a contract because that
I
would have
know.
been fun.
That would have been hilarious, dude.
Oh
Like
God, dude.
art has to be completed with a severed dick.
Right. Van Halen likes no fucking red M&Ms or whatever. We have to have severed dicks
Yep.
everywhere.
Severed
And the
dicks.
writer too.
Oh
Everywhere.
yeah. That's fucking
Oh my God.
hilarious. Oh, that could be like the new thing. You guys get like a magnetized fucking severed penis to whatever fucking club you're at. Like go and put it up and hey dude, if you guys fucking find the severed penis, you can buy us all beer tonight or whatever.
We'll do like pin the tail on the donkey with like a fucking dick and we'll get that fucking Wade. So our last tour we had like a cardboard cutout of Wade that we had made, or I think he had made for Spanky for Christmas, but we just put it on the table with a like, sorry, we'll be right back, like if we had to step away, but that would be funny, dude. Totally fucking get some severed
Speaking
dicks.
of cardboard
And they could win
cutouts,
something. Win a CD if you're the closest one.
win
We're
a
into that.
severed penis. Here you go.
Win a severed penis.
We're gonna make keychains for sure.
Oh, for sure. That would be so fucking great. Blood coming off one side, but it's got to be like a clean fucking cut. Call it the fucking
The balls
Bobbit.
will be the bottle opener. Yep, we've
That's
got it
smart.
ready to go.
Merch ideas. Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
One idea in the bag.
Oh yeah.
So I've got a thing with my niece. Like I fuck with her all the time, like with like Mike Tyson memes. Just speaking of like cardboard cutouts. Well, my sister, she's getting married in September. My sister said, "Hey, why don't you let, Uncle Tommy marry you?" She's like, "No, because he's gonna find a way to have like Mike Tyson involved there." What she doesn't know is I've already got a fucking life-size cardboard cutout of Mike Tyson for
Mhm.
everyone at the wedding to take photos with.
That's
Hell
awesome.
yeah. You should get like a big stuffed tiger too.
Oh,
Oh
Like the
yeah.
one the one he had in the Hangover.
yes.
With you gotta have your prop and your backdrop. That's fucking
Hmm.
funny.
That is that's fucking thanks. I'm totally gonna do that too. She's gonna be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Her
Right?
husband's gonna love it though.
You
Hell
have like a
yeah.
makeup, like a face makeup station, and everyone can get
Get the
like the fucking little tribal shit under their eye.
yeah.
Oh,
I did,
everybody can get the Mike Tyson tattoos, dude.
Yeah, the Mike Tyson at the face
Oh
painting
my
booth.
God, dude. That's amazing.
that
But
that's
you
the
do it with henna and then don't tell anybody so it stays there for like two,
Yeah,
three
it's like,
weeks.
join after the next month.
Oh, by
like
the way, that's henna. And they're like, what? Oh my God,
oh,
dude.
that'd be fucking great. Yes. Sorry, Desi, you're fucked.
Yeah,
Um,
Don't blame us for this. Do not
right.
blame us for this.
actually,
Or you can. I'll take credit
yeah,
for it. That's pretty
it's
funny.
totally fine. Maybe it'll go viral. Like,
Yeah, yeah, couldn't
That
hurt.
probably would. If that
Film
actually went through, because people would be pissed.
oh yeah.
So
Oh,
funny though. I love it. I love it
they,
so much.
they would be so fucking angry. Okay, back to the music. So, um, is there an album that you guys have done so far that stands out as you feel it was your fucking best work?
I think I might. What do you have, Wade?
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
I think you. I think we were like really like kind of in a zone and firing on all cylinders there. I like everything we've done before and since, but it's also I think our longest album with the most tracks, but I do like that one. I like Inhuman a lot. I have favorites on every release, so it is tough to say, but I do
Yeah,
like Zoo.
it's a good fucking
Zoo 5.
album.
I'd probably
Wait,
say Inhuman, um, only because like I don't know. It feels like more like a more complete, evolved like sound for me. You know what I mean? Like I do a lot of the production for us, like as far as tracking and editing goes, and then we have the master at Demigod Miguel do our mixing. But so like I'm pretty involved with this, and that one was like, it was one half of a big giant session with 16 tracks, and so it was the second half of that. But it's I don't know, it's just that one has a special place in my heart. It's either be that or Zoo, because Zoo is our first one where we send it off to get mixed by Demigod, and it's like so it comes back just huge sounding, and it's like holy shit, dude. Like
Yeah, maybe that had a lot too, because yeah, if you listen to the album just prior, like it is night and day. So it was yeah, we got it back and we were very pleased with the production on it for sure.
yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think if people go back and really go through your like discography, they'll see like a progression, obviously in the production and mastering and what have you. But beyond that, I think in the musicianship too, right? You guys have really like on Inhuman, you've really like come into your fucking, you've got your feet under you, and
Yeah.
there's like I feel like you guys have this clear fucking path, which is it's awesome to see a band like go, okay, like this is what we're doing, this is where we're going, and there's not a time on the album where you think they go, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like it's you guys have
Yeah.
really fucking come a long way in the 10, 11 years you've been together.
Well, thanks, man. Yeah, and we appreciate hearing that. We like to think that we progress as writers and musicians too. And yeah, like Wade said, Human and Inhuman were all written and recorded as one big session. I don't think everyone realizes that that was kind of a attempt at like a double album that we just dropped like 6 months apart. But yeah, so it wasn't until kind of we were sitting on all this material where we're like, damn, dude, like, do we put out an hour long slam record or we split this up, and so yeah, I think I just kind of felt my way through the songs just to kind of pick out which ones were on which ones. I've kind of end up getting to be the one who picks the track listing a lot or whatever, like the order of the songs, and I think they each have their own vibe, even though they were written together, and I think there's a good flow, to each album too. Some people kind of like thought the interludes in the middle like broke it up, but I think that was kind of like a conscious thing too, like
Yeah.
almost like two halves of each half of the double. If that makes sense, a first and second act, and then you know another one of those.
Well, I mean, when you talk double albums, you got A, B, so you got the fucking interlude in the middle, and that,
Right. And we definitely like, we're thinking about pressing, had the vinyl press in mind too. And we're like, yeah, that would work out dope because there's, kind of a little intro on track one, too, on each one. It's shorter. It's not a whole interlude, but there's a little intro. So it's like you get a little something before the music, you flip the beat, side B, and you get a little something too. And I thought that was cool. And we hadn't really done that, yet.
yeah.
So
I actually I really like the samples that you guys use throughout, right? Because it's like it's one thing to just be like fucking beating someone in the face, but when you've got, oh my God, does that make me gay for God? Like what the
right.
you know?
A little palate cleanser,
Yeah.
Like I don't know, we played enough fucking brutal death fest where you hear all right, this one's called it's just for the next 2.5 minutes, and then same thing again, which I ain't hating on. I love those fucking blast beats and all that obnoxious shit, but yeah, I think that's
It
cool.
helps you stand out.
A
You know what
little
I
kind
mean? Like,
of
Just not I'm
transition.
not I'm not cool enough to be serious on
Yeah,
like especially on
that's what
stage and stuff, and like I'm not cool enough to be 100% serious, you know what I mean? Like I wish I was, and there are dudes that can pull it off, like Corpse Grinder. That guy can be 100% serious all the time about everything, but I'm just not that cool. So
Right. You got to
It's a
have the
forget.
comic relief,
Yeah.
we feel a little awkward up there. We're all like in the same boat where it's like,
well,
I'll be up
you know,
there watching videos of me and I'm just like smiling, like, you don't fucking smile in death metal, like in between songs, looking all, but it's like,
Cheesing,
hey,
dude.
yeah, geez,
what's
but hey,
up?
we're doing what we love to do, man. And why pretend, like, why
Right.
front?
Well, I think the comic relief at like a Cannibal Corpse show comes in the faces of security when he's like, "This
Yeah.
song's about shooting blood from your cock." Like the guy's like, "What the
There's a
fuck?"
what's gonna happen to me? Like,
And that's
It'd
what
be
he said
even,
every fucking intro of that song since
mhm.
live cannibalism, man. I've seen him a
oh
million times.
yeah,
This next one's about shooting blood out of your cock.
yeah,
Uh, gotta love
every fucking
cannibalism.
time. So
At
it's
least he's
like,
got it down.
Right.
yeah,
Yep.
I'm waiting for them to come out like a fucking cock that actually shoots blood while they're fucking, you know.
Go full fucking Guar style, man.
They just rent one from Guar. I'm sure they have one. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
they
I think
for sure.
Odorous was retired with him, but he was the one with the massive shooting cock.
Oh
I
yeah, I
don't
forgot about that.
think the new guy has one. I mean, he probably
I
has
don't
one,
know.
but
I've not seen him since Odorous, dude.
I did see him one time since Odorous, and it was still cool. They actually played some old shit, like some hello shit, and I was like, oh damn, because you wouldn't. But actually, that dude. So what is it? Blotherus? No, whoever is singing now? Like he was Beefcake for a while. Like the Carnival of Chaos era of
Yeah.
Beefcake. So maybe he was the dude on Hello. I'm not sure, but
Huh.
I think he was the guy that was on like the Road Behind the EP because you could definitely hear that kind of butt rock element in the newer Guar shit, which I'll love and support Guar whatever they do forever. So
Yeah. They're the last beefcake is actually from Louisville, where I'm at.
oh no shit, cool.
Yeah, who's he playing with? He's playing with Belushi Speedball now.
Oh,
Oh, right
nice. I
on.
saw him announcing some tours or something recently, doing stuff.
Dude, they always have something going on. I feel like they're like they just re oh, their last album, Stelkira, is getting ready to come out on a Game Boy, I think.
Yeah, because they didn't they release a single on Pizza?
Yes.
Is that them? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
That
they've
shit's
done
hilarious. I love it, dude.
Pizza. They did the Teddy Ruxpin.
That's awesome.
Oh, dude. Oh yeah, the fucking
Marketing geniuses, dude.
the Nintendo tape. Oh yeah, they're fucking great, dude. And
Someone
they're
else put out like a single on like a Sega Genesis uh, cartridge just like recently.
yeah,
How you
Actually,
gonna listen to that, dude? Like,
I don't even know, or maybe it was just like a merch. I don't know. They had something. In fact, I think it was like some like other country's version of the Genesis, but it was like Sega something, whatever the fuck they called it, and like somewhere else.
it
But
was the Soka lot. Like it wasn't even a Sega. It was the fucking cheap version. This is the
right,
Soka. Like
huh.
what?
I wish I could think of which band. I just like came across that in like whatever reading the news
Well,
and shit.
now I gotta fucking look.
Yeah, and I wondered the same thing. I was like, well, how the fuck does that work? Like, I mean, I think it's just a novelty thing at that point,
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
retro's in, you put the tape cassette on your shelf. You're not actually gonna like put it in your car or anything. So
That's for sure. Yeah, it's definitely like a collectible thing. Party cannon.
yeah, there you go. Knew it was
Yep.
someone on it.
That
So that's
makes
cool.
sense.
Yeah. That happened.
Yeah. Who
We love party cat.
Well, not that it's anything crazy, but I think for uh record store day, Sleep did the fucking like the pot leaf inside the vinyl.
Yeah, like resined into it, like the big ass
Yeah,
fucking. Yeah, that's dope. I would totally fucking.
that's cool as fuck.
That is cool.
I really like what they've done with vinyl. Like it used to be just black, right? Or like a single color, and now you can get like liquid filled and fucking sand filled and whatever.
Yeah, rainbow splatter vomit, right? Was that our prepuce with a butthole in the center? So yeah, we didn't use a severed penis on that album, but we did make our the discs like just a super zoomed in asshole. So
Oh shit, we lost Wade.
oh yeah, dang, I wonder if his phone died. Maybe he'll
Maybe
hop back on.
he was like, I'm not talking about this butthole thing.
Yeah, he's like, God damn it, we circle back to the buttholes again. Out. And not that kind.
It's like full circle. Now we were talking about severed penises. Now it's zoomed in buttholes. What the fuck's next? P. Diddy's fucking concert?
Oh, pass.
Ah, dude. That shit. My fucking wife, I don't know what's up, dude. She's like all about that. Like, and I guess it's not really the P. Diddy thing, but she's got some like murder trial going on her phone all the time.
Yeah,
Like,
I
are you
think
fucking
yeah,
planning something?
right. Like I say that I joke about that with my wife all the time too, because she watches like just all these murder docs like all the time. Like, well, so if you ever wanted to take me out, like you're very very well studied. Like, definitely know how to not get caught on that.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck. I love you. I swear you're the best thing ever. Please don't kill me
Right.
yet. Wait
Yeah.
till I'm in a fucking mental health low and then take me out. Like,
Right. Let me ride this music thing a little longer, get that out of my system first.
yeah. So, like for you, Cameron, what were some of those early artists that made you go, man, I really want to go fucking play music? Like, was there a certain like time that you remember you were like, fuck,
Yeah,
I want to do that?
I got into music really young, like like grade school band, and then so I saved up and got a guitar like the summer I turned 11. So I guess, 10, 11 years old, I was listening to the band. This would have been like 94-ish. So like, of course back then, I'm listening to like Smashing Pumpkins and The Offspring and, Metallica and then, Guns N' Roses, AC/DC, that kind of shit. The stuff on the radio. And then, a few years later, I find like, you go heavier and heavier and stuff. And it's like, so yeah, real quick into like Slayer. And then, of course, all those, classic death metal shit, Cannibal Corpse and Deicide, big into Hypocrisy, like Got You Thrown, the list goes on or whatever. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, a lot of that. I think I learned every fucking song Slayer had when I was learning guitar, at like 15 or 14 or whatever. Like,
Yeah, that was like that era, well, I guess late 80s, early 90s, Slayer was like oh my God, I fucking love these guys. Best thing ever.
yeah,
It's like, God, it was great. Of course, there wasn't anything else really fucking like it that the masses knew about, you know?
yeah. Pantera, I was always big into Pantera. Dime's been a pretty big influence. I actually played guitar before I played bass, so I still play both. Oh, here Wade did just text me. He says his internet went out, so I guess he's out.
Fuckers. Okay. See you, Wade.
Yeah.
Did you see, I think God Dethroned is at Maryland Death Fest next year.
Are they? Yeah, I saw something about them. Um, and like actually it's kind of funny, like there's just a band I kind of like just stopped. I didn't keep tabs with after a certain point. It wasn't that they were bad or anything. I just kind of like forgot to keep tuning in, but I guess it was like, Grand Grimoire, like Bloody Blasphemy, when I think it was actually Cannibal Corpse tour with them on the Bloody Blasphemy tour. It was like they were doing Bloodthirst, and yeah, man, 15-year-old me was all about that shit. Like
Oh yeah.
I think 6 Feet played with Immolation like 2 weeks later, the same venue. That was the shit.
Dude, did you see 6 Feet Under on this fucking last run that they did?
I didn't see them. They didn't come by where I was at, but I watched some videos, and yeah, I watched like the two, Cannibal songs he did, like Stripped, Raped, and Strangled, and Hammer Smash Face. But like, damn, dude, like he sounds good. He looks on point. Like, I don't know, maybe quitting weed was the thing to do for him at the time, but he looks kind of the most on his game I've seen in a long time, and that makes me happy. Love those
Dude,
guys.
agreed. Like I caught it a couple of times on that fucking run, and like the first time, of course, like I hadn't seen him in a number of years, but I went in with super low expectations, and I'm like, whatever, dude. Like we're here, I'm there with a couple of buddies. We're in Nashville. Like we're just gonna have fun, whatever. And he fucking ripped it. Just we
Nice.
all looked at each other like, is this fucking real life? Like,
You're
hell
like,
yeah,
yeah.
dude.
And see, back in the day, like, I mean, I saw him several times back then, like before, say, like through like True Carnage, and then I don't think I've seen them since back then. So, like, he was like fucking really good when I saw him. Like, he was the first dude I saw like holding the mic way out here, and like, it was like you could hear him like halfway behind the pit.
Yeah.
It was like I can hear you on mic, just like really fucking going for it. So I could see why that has to like do wreak havoc on your throat after decades, because a lot of his shit is throat. I feel like I'm not a
Oh
vocalist,
yeah.
but all that fucking like that's all just like so. Yeah, man. I would never hate on Chris Barnes. Dude's a
Nah,
legend.
dude, so many people do though, and it's like I get it. Like they I feel like SFU kind of had a lull where it was Chris, I just want you to know I love you, dude. I really do, and I've loved you for a lot of years. But they just had a lull where the music was like, meh, it wasn't like
Like, dude's 35 years into a career. Like, you're allowed to have, you know, some time. You can't be putting out the peak top thing every time. Like, I
right.
mean, people are human. So, yeah.
That's yeah, no, that is a fair point. That fucking last album is really fucking good, and they've
Yeah.
already him and Jack already wrote the fucking next album. They're getting ready to go record. It's like holy fuck.
Right. And Jack Owen fucking going on over there is like, that was dope. Yeah. Like, couldn't find a better fit because they were a super band, like when they started with fucking, you know, what Alan West and fucking Terry Butler and all that,
Yeah.
fucking couldn't couldn't fucking fantasize about that lineup. So like, yeah,
And what fucking band hasn't Terry been in?
I know for reals,
Like,
dude.
like you
Gruesome,
fucking yeah. Well, I'm sure he's played some shows with fucking Gruesome if we really look into it.
probably. Hey, those guys are
Like,
cool.
like what the fuck, Terry? I actually just saw obituary maybe like 2 weeks ago, dude.
Nice.
Every fucking and those dudes, like what you're getting every fucking time you go to a show with them.
Yeah, yeah. They are always solid, always good pros, man, for sure.
For sure.
I got yeah, a lot of fucking tours miss me where I'm at. I'm not in Phoenix anymore. I'm like down in I'm on the Gulf Coast, down in Mobile. So I'll drive over to like Pensacola or New Orleans though. Go see Suffocation in a couple weeks rolling
Oh, right
through.
on.
So yeah, that'll be
Yeah.
good.
So how far Huntsville's what, probably like 3 or 4 hours from you?
Yeah, it's like almost well, it's like 5.
Oh
Yeah,
fuck.
Nashville's like 6. So yeah, because we're at like I'm at the very bottom of the state, and
Yeah.
Huntsville's like at the top. So um, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
still kind of
like
new for me feeling the terrain. But I from Phoenix most of my life, but we moved during COVID. Like with all that the big shuffle, 2020.
oh yeah, everyone's like, get me the fuck out of where I'm at. Like, okay.
Yeah, we actually moved. We actually moved like right before, but we were kind of on a long vacation when it all went down. We were like traveling abroad on like travel visas, like down in Costa Rica when they started shutting everything down. So weird enough. And then they were like, all right, everyone's shutting borders. Like you better repatriate. And like, well, where do we go? So we just kind of picked this like just like a pin in a fucking map, like but it's
Hell
pretty
yeah.
cool.
That's
We like being
wild.
by the beach and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the coast. I'm not spending a lot of time in like Mobile, but I'm like Pensacola, Fort Walton Beach, that kind of shit. Like I've been over there a few times.
It's just like an hour from me. So yeah, we'll go down there, whatever. hang out
Yeah.
at or a show or whatever.
Even not a lot of shows go through there, dude.
Yeah, we get skipped a lot. But actually Atlanta's closer to Huntsville, so almost everywhere rolls through Atlanta. So like I have made the drive. It's like 4.5 hours or something. It's not terrible, but for the right tour package, I'll drive out there.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fucking God. Nashville and Atlanta, the fucking bands, those are like the two markets they never fucking miss, you know?
Yeah, so out in Phoenix, it's like if you want to go to another city, you're like 5 or 6 hours. You go to like LA or Albuquerque or something like that. It's like, I hear it's like so much closer. It's like I can be in Pensacola in an hour, Biloxi in an hour, NOLA in like two. It's like it's way different than out west, where
Oh
everything's
yeah.
much more
Yeah.
spread out.
So it's real similar here, like Louisville. We've got in like within like a 6 hour drive, I think it's like 30 major cities or something fucking
Right.
ridiculous.
So I
Um,
like that. I mean, that's we've been exploring, there's a lot of cool shit.
what's the fucking like best live show that you've been to that maybe you didn't expect it to be so good?
That just as somebody going to a show
Yeah.
or you mean playing a
Actually,
show or just
either way, like if you
either
want
way?
to, yeah,
Um,
like what I'm looking for though is another band that you saw that just blew your mind.
yeah, okay. Well, let me think. I guess for the first one, we played a fest in like Farmington, like New Mexico, which I think is reservation land, and like we're like, I don't even know what I've never even heard of that place. We just showed up and it was like so many people, dude, and like they were like lining up for autographs and like I don't know, we sold the fuck out of like everything we had. That was crazy for just like a like I think most people would probably be hard pressed to point that out in a little spot in New Mexico,
Fuck yeah.
um but let's see bands that I've seen that I didn't expect that were better than I expected. I don't know. Maybe I
I
just
know.
don't expect bands to suck. I think um
I mean, that's fair, like
I don't know.
I'm a fucking optimist. I always try to go in like thinking the band's gonna kick ass. So
Yeah, and usually I'm not let down. I like to see a glass half full kind of thing. Um, I don't know. The last show I went to was like a few weeks ago. We drove to Atlanta and saw a bunch of Viking metal shit, which is pretty fun. Saw Ensiferum. I guess they really surprised me with a deep track that I didn't expect them to do. So I suppose you could say that because like
all right.
I expected them to be good, but then I was like, they played like the song I really wanted, and I didn't think they would, and then I was like, oh, I can't believe I'm seeing this shit, and yeah, sing along like a drunk Viking and whatever. But
Fucking love that, dude. I love it when a band breaks out a track that like maybe they haven't played in 5, 6, 7 years, Like,
yeah, and I'd never seen them, so maybe that's on their set list a lot. But the Wanderer, I was like, this is the song. I always put this on, if I'm what I'm at enough to drink. I want to get in that mood. Just so epic.
yeah. Who were they on tour with?
Oh, it was stacked, dude. Like Trollfest, who I fucking love. And it was well, Corporate Lining. They were pretty cool. They were like a bonus for me. I really wanted to see Inciferum and Trollfest. And then it was Nini music or Nini is like she's like Japanese, I think, or Chinese. Sorry. Don't quote me, but it's cool. It's like, traditional. It's got like, a lot of folk elements or whatever. Obviously, it was kind of a folk metal tour, but
Yeah.
yeah, that was interesting. But Trollfest was really fun. They all had like, pink tutus and they were really over the top and ridiculous, which vibes with us for sure. Like we like to kind of do the same thing. So
Dude,
minus the tutus, but
you
definitely
guys
over.
need to get you guys need tutus now. That's just all there is
We
to it.
might. We had our guitar player Spanky wore some of our booty shorts one night, and that was pretty funny. Um, He definitely got a lot more attention than probably if he didn't have him, I would say. But
Make
yeah,
sure that thing doesn't fall out, Spanky. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, right, right.
And
But
we're really gonna have a fucking severed penis on the stage.
yeah, don't get it stuck in like your I don't know, tart cable or something,
Yeah.
electrocuted or whatnot.
Oh fuck. Like what happened? I don't know, man. It just all of
Yeah,
a sudden was gone.
and hair's all like sticking up. That
Oh
goes.
shit. So what are some of your like favorite songs to play live?
Um, I like Crocodile Miles, always a fun one. That's and we try to get people to do this dance move with it. The chomp chomp motherfucker, you just do that, run around the pit and eat people. So that's a lot of fun. Ripped Apart by Test Tube Monkeys is fun just because it's kind of the same thing. It's got that stupid like gore grind,
Yeah,
and it's got that just monkeying around fucking vibe. But yeah, those ones are fun. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of fun ones.
that's good shit. God, you guys got to come through Louisville. I feel like you
Yeah,
just did recently.
we have been in Louisville. I want to say last time we went through there was maybe like the end of 23. I think November 23 we were down there with Pyrexia.
Played
I want to say
Magbar, I think.
fuck, maybe that was a different show I'm confusing it with, but I maybe we didn't play Louisville. Maybe that was on our way because we played FTA, I think, the year before that or one of those years. We definitely played Louisville on that run. And maybe we've only played it once. I was thinking we played it twice, but um, I could be wrong. It was probably just the one time.
Yeah, I don't know.
Um,
I feel like it's you guys have come through a couple of times, but I don't
yeah. I'm like the worst guy in the band to ask about that. Like, what show was that? And which, like, I kind of blur them together. I don't know.
dude,
Somebody, and
they all
it'll
blur
be like,
together.
oh no, remember that one time when we played, whatever, fucking West Palm, and like it was like, oh yeah, I remember that instance. I also remember the fact that we played West Palm. They just don't like necessarily correlate.
Yeah, I remember West Palm. Yeah,
Right.
cool. You remember this? I remember that too, but I didn't know it was in West Palm.
Tour stuff. They just kind of your brain
Yeah,
goes mush.
that's it all fucking runs together, when you're doing consecutive nights and shit, you're like, I don't know. I just know I show up to a town, we unload, sound check, we play, we load, we go on to the next town.
Yeah, it is. It is around the clock. Stuff like it's not just like sleeping on the bus or whatever. I mean, maybe at some point it is. I guess not at our stage. Like
Right.
we're we're driving, we set up the merch. We it's definitely but we love it. I love every minute of it out there, so
Yeah, it's, but I think it takes a special person to do that, and you see so many people that are like, I mean, fuck, even at the higher stages. I was talking with Kevin Kane from Knocked Loose, and he's like, after a couple of months, I'm ready to like be home and like in my bed.
oh, I'm sure. And like, yeah, at their level, like, I mean, there's so much going on. Like every show's packed out, like, just fanatic, you know, energy and yeah, I can see. I mean, yeah, it is an endurance thing. And yeah, I definitely like to have a couple days when I get home to decompress and like do a lot of nothing.
Yeah.
Um but then after I've been here for a while too, it's like, all right, I'm kind of ready to go play some fucking shows, like let's
Yeah.
go. So
So
yeah.
were you guys the tours that fell apart this summer, was that one of the bands that had issues getting visas coming over?
No, and in fact, so we had a couple different things fall through without getting like into details of who or whatever, but like we were gonna go over to Europe, so we had like a UK European run we were working on that just didn't happen, and then we did have like a West Coast US run also. And yeah, that band hopped on a different tour, as that shit goes. So
Yeah. And
so
I've got some friends coming from Vegas. They're playing Maryland Doomfest, and God, we've been trying since probably February, or they've been looking for trying to find a couple of shows in our area since February, and they get on a fucking show and canceled 4 fucking times. So we finally get them on a show, like literally, what was it? Probably last week. Like, get them on this fucking show, and we're like 100%, they're in. We got this covered. And yesterday I get a message, hey, um, can that band do this date? I'm like, no, dude, because they're here then. He's like,
yeah,
oh, I'm like, please don't tell me you fucking canceled it. And he's like, yeah, sorry, like the headliner fucking canceled their tour. And I'm like,
yeah,
no. But it's the venue people I fucking love. We're like good friends. We've got a really good relationship. So they were like, hey, it's cool. They actually kept the show together. So it's the one touring band and then 3 locals. Um,
yeah.
so
That's good. I'm glad it went through. Yeah, that's frustrating when you keep finding backup plans and then your backup plans fall through. And what was that? From the venues or the promoters? Like, it was kept like it just kept
was it
dropping.
was well, it was like a mixture of things. Like, so they had a show in, I got to think, Chicago. They had shows in Chicago and Indianapolis, and I don't know what exactly happened at those 2 places. So I found him a show in Lexington, and the venue. So I'm really close with the promoter at this venue. Well, he books a show, we start putting it together, and then the fucking club owner's like, "Oh, that date you can't have it because I've got a benefit going on that night." So it's like, are you fucking kidding me? So we find him another fucking show, and it's like, oh, cool, like got a show, boom, done. And I'm talking with the guys, and they're like, yeah, we're just, dude, 4 shows, we're done looking. And I'm like, just, I get it. I know you guys aren't. I'm gonna just find you a show to be on since you're not planning on doing anything. We'll figure something out. And I found him this fucking show, and it was like when he was like, "Oh yeah, the headliner canceled," so we're just like, "Nah,
Yeah,
no, you
dang.
can't do that."
That yeah, that's a bummer, but like that's I guess the way it is. And I think right now, especially the tour scene's a little rough.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like after COVID, it was like all backlogged. Like it's hard to get on tours because like everyone had all that time off, and like everyone wanted to tour at the same time. And it's like there's only so many, and they lost a ton of venues during the fucking shit too. So it was like they just didn't have any way to like facilitate all these bands wanting to hit the road. And then like so that's kind of like caught back up, I feel like, but it's still just kind of like it's pretty tough. Like there's a lot of competition, a lot of guys wanting to go out, and you know only so many
Yeah,
agents out there. There's kind of a lack in that. There's only so many venues and whatever. So you just do the
it
best you
is.
can do.
It's really fucking tough because like for so long, like our market particularly, I feel like we get skipped over so much.
Yeah.
And now even more so now because of Louder Than Life. People are like, well, we can't play there a year before we're going to play Louder Than Life. So
Right.
fuck.
A year before, like, isn't that laying down some groundwork? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
promote
Like,
the big one down the pipeline. But yeah, we get skipped a lot too. And touring, like, we'll play all kinds of different markets. A lot of times these smaller markets though are like the best ones, like the spots that don't get fucking 4 shows a fucking week, like
yeah.
we'll go to like these bigger cities, like LA or Vegas or New York or something, and it's like those are not always the best shows because there's like everything fucking going on. And like, you know, a lot of those people won't drive across fucking like LA with the traffic. Like if you're not right there, like they're not gonna come to your show. Like it's just,
Right.
but you go to like somewhere, you know, like Lexington or something, it's like we played we're Fayetteville, Arkansas like a month ago, and it's like we had to do the drove. He's like, I drove like 5.5 hours here. I went and you know, I'm driving on like people came from all over, you know, and it was packed out, like little town. Like we drive up and it's like, you know, it's just like quaint little town, and it's like but yeah, really good response, and the people are, you know, want to hang out and you know make a night of it and stuff,
Yeah.
and like we're about that too, you know, like connect
Well,
with the fans and fucking chill and stuff, you know.
that's the biggest thing, you know, like I like the smaller markets for that reason. You know, those guys are the people who go to shows are so appreciative when a band like hits their market. They're like, oh, dude, I know you've got like $1,000 worth of merch. Like if I just buy one of everything, but let's go ahead and fucking do that because like I want you to
Right.
come back. Like please come back, you know?
And yeah, we did a lot of merch at those shows too. Yeah, you're right. Like, you know, when someone drops $150 at the table, you know, like, you know, and some of those people hadn't even heard you before.
Right.
It's like there's a show going on. There ain't nothing else going on tonight. Let's just go down and see what's up. And then they hear you and they like you. And then, you know, you got a new fan, they got a new shirt, everyone's happy. Like so
Hell yeah.
good shit.
Yeah, that's cool as fuck. All right, Cameron, dude, I'm having a blast sitting here chatting with you, dude. Um,
Man,
I'm gonna ask that you find yourself a way to route yourself through fucking Louisville so we can like hang out.
yeah, I would like to. That would be yeah. Well, I mean, we'll definitely shoot you some deets if we get a show lined up there, you know, for
For
sure. But
sure.
yeah, we're kind of working. We did actually start like our own booking agency. So we did our last tour under that. That was the first one that we've done under that monocle, whatnot. But
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
this spring tour we're putting together, and so we, you know, we may have some other uh tours, and then I mean, obviously, when we're putting them together, we can kind of we have a lot more say as to like where we want to go and all that stuff. So yeah, we'll
Well, and
definitely.
if you guys are looking for you know, looking for places like around here, fucking hit me up. I'll hook you up with the folks I know and see if we can't like help facilitate some of that shit too, which could
Cool.
potentially lead to, you know, other things like I got fucking people in like Detroit, Indianapolis, and Cincinnati and
Right on.
Cleveland. So
For sure, man. Yeah, we'll touch base. We got some work to do for the, you know, to get some going for the fall, but that's the plan. So
hell
we'll let
yeah.
you.
Awesome. Dude, that I'm ready for the next album already. So
Yeah. No, I've been listening through, you know, these 6 or 8 songs that we're working on right now, and it's good shit, dude. I can't wait to fucking start releasing some. Hopefully we can drop like a single at least by the end of this year, if not maybe 2 singles. But yeah, that probably. Hopefully we can drop a single this year. You know, we'll see what's
hell
up.
yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Well, Cameron, thank you, dude. I appreciate you and let Wade know I appreciate him and his
Yeah,
time prior to his internet shitting out on him.
right. Definitely, dude. All right, man.
Awesome.
We'll catch you around sometime.
Hell yeah. Have a great night.
Yep. See ya.
See ya.